Well, Sam, a disappointing result. I'm sure a tough one to swallow. What frustrated and upset you most about that game?
To be honest, there's a lot that frustrated us, but I think just how we went off of our game so early. The first 20 minutes, we were putting pressure on Sale. We were keeping the ball, and it showed in the early points that we scored. But I feel like after we scored those points, we just relaxed. We just allowed Sale to come back into it, and they're too good of a team, especially at home, to allow that. They're too physical, they're too big, and we just allowed them to dictate to us. And you're always going to lose a game of Premiership rugby when that happens. So that's probably the most disappointing thing, that we didn't do what we spoke about throughout the week.
Did it feel like you almost got suckered into playing Sale's game instead of playing yours?
Exactly that, mate. Yeah, we just spoke about that then. The coach has said, but we didn't play our game. There was 20 minutes in that game at the start that we did, and we looked pretty good. And the first bit of pressure that we had in the second half as well, we scored points. We just didn't do it for long enough in the game, and that's probably why Sale looked too good to beat us. We weren't on it 100%, and you're going to lose games.
What do you put that down to? Because physically, in terms of your carry, your line speed and defence as well, you look solid in those areas. Why do you feel that you maybe went away from what was working for you in that opening 20?
It's probably focus. Rugby's an easy game when you're getting everything right, when you're coming onto the ball, and the momentum's in your hands. And I felt like we probably didn't stop their momentum enough. We probably, penalties, losing the ball, giving them penalties, allowing them to get up the pitch and use their driving game. That in the past we've nullified those errors, and that's probably where the game got away from us. Just allowing them to dictate to us. Like I said, we didn't do what we said we would do throughout the week enough in the game. There was parts that we can be happy with, but we're going to have to be better next week when we're away to Bristol.
But yeah, I appreciate this game and this season with Exeter is front and centre in your mind right now, but you've got a big move coming up to Montpellier that was announced during the week. What about Montpellier and the opportunity to go and test yourself in that top 14, as Zach Mercer has done, appealed most to you? Why are you making this move?
It was a tough decision for me. Like you said, I'm very focused on playing for Exeter this season. This is my local club. I have a lot of love for this team and the club as a whole. This is where I've grown up playing my rugby, but there comes a time where you have to make big decisions, and in the past I've made the big decisions to stay at Exeter and because I love it there, and like I said, this one was tough, but it's an exciting one. I've got a young family, and there's massive things that appeal to me out in Montpellier, and a new challenge is what I've always spoke about when I was younger. It's something that I've spoke about with my family a lot, that as I get older, it's something that I want to experience. Being a Devon boy and living in Devon my whole life, so that's the main things. But I want to go out with a bang with Exeter. I want to enjoy my rugby this year and keep pushing for that England spot and see what comes next year.
Knowing that by moving out the country, your England aspirations could diminish or stop altogether, does that fuel you even more to get in that squad, to get in that starting 15 and to play an active part of that World Cup next year on the horizon?
Of course it does. I know my decisions to go out to France will stop my England ambitions, but I've still got a long way to go this season and following into the World Cup, and I'm going to do everything in my power to push myself as much as I can to get the results for Exeter, to play well for Exeter, and then whatever happens with selection, at least I'll know I've done my best and try and get my foot in the door with that.
Lastly, on the French question, because I know it's a long way off yet, over a year away till you'll actually be donning the blue of Montpellier. Do you look at the impact that someone like a Zach Mercer has made, even going further back, the likes of Stefan Armitage at Toulon in a similar position to yourself, and think, I want a taste of that, I can do likewise?
I guess so. To be honest, I haven't in the past watched too much French league. Obviously, in the European Cup, you see a lot of these French teams, and to be honest, I love the way that they go about their rugby. They're very exciting. Feel like that's something that I can probably learn and add to my game and the way that I play. Hopefully, it will suit me. But I watched a lot of when Stefan Armitage was out there with Toulon winning 3 European Cups. Yeah, it's something that as a youngster you aspire to do. And I was lucky enough to be in an Exeter Chiefs team that won the double, and I want to do that again, whether it's with Exeter this season. We're pushing on for that, but or Montpellier in the future.
And bringing it back round then to Exeter, another 6-day turnaround for you guys. Bristol Bears on Friday night. What needs to happen? What needs to improve from today at the AJ Bell? And I guess you've got a bit of recovery to do as well, because that was an attritional old game and a lot of big South African boppers out there.
Yeah, on both sides, a lot of South Africans on both sides. But we'll have a short week. Obviously playing Friday, so we'll make sure that a long trip back tonight, but recover tomorrow. And where we went wrong today was we went off our game. Our focus wasn't on our game. We allowed Sale to dictate the way that they wanted to play. So obviously going into Bristol, that's a massive thing. They didn't have a great game last night, but they're going to be at home and probably close to 25,000 people at Ashton Gate. It's going to be a different animal. So we've got to focus on how we're going to implement what we want to do next Friday to get a good result.
Sam, it's never nice to do these TV interviews after defeat. We appreciate your time and your insight. Thanks for talking to us. Cheers.